Hello, you're welcome back again. I'm here to talk about um, value adding teenagers. I want to talk about a value adding teenager, and this video is directed to teenagers. And if you are a parent, you're watching this, or you're a teenager's coach, or any stakeholder that have interest in any teenager, you can do well to please share this video to them. All right, let me start. When talking about a value added teenager, um, the first thing to note is what is a value before we can say that a teenager is a value adding teenager. The word value or the definition of value, um, from my own perspective, it's relative, and because the word value is one of the components of identity. So when we talk about identity formation, one of the components that makes up the identity of a teenager is what we call value. So, but I will not be speaking from that angle. Now, I want to talk about the word value from this angle. That is, the description of value as a sense of worth, sense of usefulness, importance, significance, and what have you. So when we now talk about a value adding teenager, a value adding teenager is the one who amplifies the sense of worth, the importance, and the usefulness of others by his own or her own capabilities. Let me take that again. A value adding teenager is a teenager who employs or who use and maximize his or her own capabilities to amplify the sense of worth or the significance and the importance, or let me say the usefulness of others. That's what I mean about a value adding teenagers. And as teenagers, the truth and the fact is that we all crave for attention. We want to be known, we want to be influential, we want people to give us attention, and we want to be listened to. We want people to be heard us. We want people to buy in into our own ideas, or at least give us a respect of recognition. All right, they should give us a sense of recognition. Okay, so one thing that I want every teenager watching to know is that an individual will only be attracted to you if your capabilities amplify their sense of worth, their own significance, their own relevance, their own importance. So people will only be attracted to you if your capabilities amplifies their own significance. If your own capabilities amplify their own sense of worth. And when we talk about sense of worth also is relative because um, what you may see what you may perceive as your own sense of worth is different from what your parents or any other adult or your mates may perceive as their own sense of worth. So, for example, now the sense of worth of someone can be, or let me say, maybe money. Whatever, if I don't have money, then I'm not worthy. What makes me worthy is I have money. Another person's sense of worth may be that being given attention. Another sense, another person's sense of worth, another person may perceive his own sense of worth to be that he or she is known, he or she has influence. Your parents' sense of worth may be that may be that you listen to them, you obey the instructions you are being given by them. All right. So now a value adding teenager is the one that use his or her own strength, his or her own capabilities, his or her own abilities to amplifies the significance the importance, the usefulness of other people. Another thing that uh, you have to notice that value adding teenagers, they are symbiotic. Let me take that again. Value adding teenagers are symbiotic. Symbiotic in the sense that uh, as they are amplifying other people's significance or relevance or importance, their own sense of worth also is being amplified directly or indirectly. That's what I mean when I say that value adding teenagers. So that is that value adding teenagers are being symbiotic. That is, when you amplify the sense of worth of another person, you are directly or indirectly amplifying your own sense of worth also. That's what I mean when I say that value adding teenagers are symbiotic. It is also very important for you to know that um, when you are trying to express your own sense of worth, there's possibility of clash in expression of one's sense of worth. And more reason why it seems that you and parents or you and dad and mom usually have a clash is because when your own sense of worth is not complementing their own sense of worth. Okay, so you that is when you have a way of doing things, but it's different from the way dad and mom or they are suggesting to you. So this in this case, conflicts may arise, and this type of conflict is what we call pathway conflicts. So pathway conflict here in the sense that when your way of doing things, okay, is not complementing the way of doing things, that is the way other people want things to be done. Let's say you want to do something and you know that okay, you are thinking that this is how you want to do it. Okay, it's the same thing you want to do, but let me say your mates now or your parents or adults around your life, they are now suggesting another way. And by the virtue of their providence or by the virtue of what they are exposed to or what's the resources that are within their disposal, the resources could be authority, money, or what have you. So um, this clash with your own interests. So this is what we call pathway conflicts. All right. So when this issue happen, that is when conflicts like this happen, this pathway conflict, when it happens, so a value added teenager will be able to effectively manage this type of conflict. We are not going there. Don't let me digress away from there. Now, this is what I want you to know. What I want you to know is that whenever people get attracted to you, you should always ask yourself this question: What what is the sense of others am I amplifying that makes them get attracted to me? This one. Remember I said that the sense of worth of others you amplify will determine their level of attraction to you. So what attracts people to you is that there's a sense of their worth you are amplifying through what you can do, through your abilities. Now this is what I'm saying. Now, if you can dance or you can do something spectacular, and then let's say you put it up as content and then you now share it on social media, people are liking it and you are getting more followers. You can see you are getting attention, you are getting attracted, they are being attracted to you by what you can do. Okay, so I'm not saying that, so that is what I mean about a value added teenager. But I'm not saying in this context that whenever people get attracted to you, always ask yourself this question: what sense of worth am I amplifying? What sense of worth am I amplifying? And remember, I said that sense of worth may varies from one individual to another. That what you may perceive as your own sense of worth may be different from what another person may perceive has their own sense of worth. And remember, I also said that sense of worth is one of the components, which is value, is one of the components that make up identity. So your sense of worth make up your identity. Also, the sense of worth of others make up their own identity. I will suggest that whichever sense of worth, any sense of worth you want to amplify, ensure that it is a sense of worth that is Christ rooted. All right. Now, let me now say something about this. Okay. Always ensure that you complement the efforts of your parents. That is, as a value-adding teenager, you complement the efforts of your parents for what they are doing. You know, the free Wi-Fi you get, um, how you solve the internet, then you have all things made available for you to be able to maximize your potentials. You have the best education, and you've traveled overseas during your vacation and the likes. But you also, as a value-adding teenager, you should have something you are giving in return. It may not be monetary, and it may not at times. I want you to know that parents are parents are first human beings before they are your parents. That is, they are also human beings like you. As you also want to be listened to without judgment, without any form of judgment, they also they want to be listened to. And at times in the adult world, nobody care, nobody even give a damn about what you are going through. So your parent at times may not have somebody that's listening to them or somebody that they are talking that's that they talk to. So when your parents come back home or from office, you just ask them, Dad or Mom, are you facing any challenges? Is there anything I can help you with? If you cannot provide solution, at least listen to your parents. Two things I would do suggest to teenagers they can do for their parents. Number one, listen to them. Number two, pray for them. At times, listening to your parents, because they are human beings, and every human being desire the pleasure of being listened to. So listen to them and try to just listen to them. I know that you don't want them, you don't like them talking. You know that you get bored whenever they are talking, but don't mind them. They are human, and you never can tell. They don't have people who listen to them. So just give them the pleasure. Just give them the pleasure of being listened to. Then also pray for them. Okay? But always ensure that any sense of what you are fostering, any sense of what you are amplifying rather, it's fostering the consciousness of God. I want to take that again. Any sense of what you are fostering as a value adding teenager, make sure that such sense of what is fostering the consciousness of God. And there's no doubt about it that um, you have you crave for attention, and then you want to be known, you want to be influential, you want people also to listen to you, you want people to look at you, especially the girls, you want to look more beautiful, you want to look more beautiful, you want to have the sense that you are beautiful. And how do you know? How can you not say that you are amplifying the sense of what? You know that you love social media, then your peer groups and the likes. But let me say, you amplify the sense of what of others, what other people perceive as their sense of what, by the kind of content you like, the kind of content you you share. If the content you share, are you getting now? If the content you share does not amplify the sense of words that will instill or foster the consciousness of God in other people, then I will suggest that you should not share such content. Be careful of the kind of content you like on social media. Be careful of the kind of content you yourself will create. Don't create content that will amplify your sense of what as a sex object, or as something that that people really attract to your figure, to your your physique, your body, or because you want to gain more followers, you now reduce or you exchange your sense of worth to to nothing but piece of bread. Okay, I want you to have this sense of value, adding value that is amplifying the sense of worth that instill the consciousness of God. That people through your life can be able to see themselves the way God wants, the way God is seeing them. They'll be able to see themselves as a valuable person. Try to contribute value into people's life at your age. Okay, as at a tender age like you, Samuel also was adding value to nations. David was adding value to nations at their age. It was said of Goliath that this guy has been fighting since when he was a youth. The question I want to ask you is that whose battle have you been have you can you say that you can you point to a battle you have conquered on behalf of your parents? Can you say that you have been able to help your parents to solve a particular problem that bring about increase in their business? Can you say that you have been able to add value to some of your classmates, some of your friends, the friends that you are working together? What values are you adding to their lives? Are they knowing themselves more? Are they having sense of consciousness that they are made in the image of God? Or you are bullying your mates? If you are bullying your mates, it shows that you yourself don't have a good sense of what towards yourself. So if you don't value yourself, there's no how you can value others. And if you don't value others, it shows that you yourself don't have any sense of value. It shows that you don't have any sense of worth towards yourself. I want us to take this scenario. In the book of John chapter 8, there was this lad that when Jesus Christ was asking Philip, okay, Philip, how are they going to feed multitudes that came to listen to Jesus? No, Philip told Jesus that, oh, we don't have anything, but there was a lad here that there's a lad here that has um, 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Now, the question I want to ask is that, what I want to say, not the question, what I want to say here is that this lad has a capability, he has the ability, he has a kind of proficiency, which is 5 fish and 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. It may look not enough, it may look little. Are you getting me? It may look insignificant, but that is what Jesus need. That's all Jesus need to perform his miracle. And after after the multitude has been fed, the scripture made it clear to us, the Bible made it clear to us that everybody acknowledged Jesus. Everybody, that is through the capability of that lad, everybody came to the consciousness of Jesus through the capability, that is what that young lad, that teenager provided, the value that young lad provided, the significance of Jesus was amplified, the sense of worth of Jesus was amplified. And what does this guy got in return? Up to today, anywhere we are talking about Jesus, we will talk about this lad. We may not know his name, we may not have his picture, but we may not have his picture. But guess what? We always know that there is a lad, there is a lad, there is a teenager that had value to Jesus, that amplify the sense of worth of Jesus. So I want you to choose to be a value adding teenager. I want you to choose to be responsible to add value to others, be it your parents, be it your siblings, be it your cousin, anywhere you find yourself, ensure that you are adding value to them. It may look insignificant, but remember, people will always remember how you make them feel, not what you think about them. It's how you people always remember you with respect to how you make them feel. Okay. So I want to implore you that whatever you do, according to the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 17, I guess, it said, whatever you do it in the name of Jesus. Whatever you do, any content you want to make, any content you want to create online, whatever you want to do, be it on social media, be it in a dormitory, be it in your school environment, be it when your friends are there, be it when you are with your friends, whenever you are surfing the internet, whenever you are playing games, whatever you are watching, any content you are watching or you are creating, whatever you are doing, even when your parents are not there, or whether they are there or not, when there is no adult around you, whatever you are doing, make sure you do it to amplify the significance of Jesus. Make sure you do it to amplify the sense of what of Jesus. And what you are going to get in return is what we call eternal relevance, generational relevance. Okay? And you remember, God has said this to your parents that He is making you a blessing to generations, being their seed. He has promised that He will make their seed great, blessing to generations. So, and you being their seeds, I want you to place and place. Okay? How you can fulfill that prophecy of being a blessing to generation as the seeds of your parents is when you amplify the sense of worth of Jesus, when you amplify the significance of Jesus in the life of your mate, in the life of anybody that comes around you. And your relevance or your value adding is not your value adding responsibility is not limited to your mates, is not limited to your siblings. You can also add value to adults. You can also add values to your teachers. You can also add values to your parents, to your grandparents. Okay, it may look insignificant to you, but it will mean a lot to them. That will be for now. Thank you for listening, and I'm grateful that you took your time to listen to all this. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. I want you to subscribe to this channel, like, and share with other teenagers. Thank you.